Well, hello, vinyl community. It's Jacob coming to you again from the Dallas Open Micer YouTube channel. Well, I just finished my video on 25-cent jazz records, and I thought, you know what, I'm having so much fun. I got a whole bunch of other records I need to get through. I know that I don't have to, but I feel like I owe it to these records to show them to the world, the indifferent world, before I put them away. Even if I have gotten into them and started listening, it's this fixation I've developed. Perhaps you share the same obsession. So I'm gonna show records that most people don't want to see, and even though I feel I owe these records to be protected from, the negativity of the modern world that no longer appreciates them, I'm gonna show them anyway. And well, gosh, I hope some of you like them. You go, oh wow, those are great records. Please don't comment like that in the section below. That's a boring comment. I don't know how to respond to that when you just say, hey, I like that record. Oh yeah, so do I. Thank you. Some of you know better. You offer interesting comments, and you point me in directions that are new to me, and the world is fresh and new and awaiting. I see it with eyes awaiting discovery. Well, let's see what I got here. These are leftovers from that October 22nd, 2022 half-price books clearance sale. These are country finds. Nothing but country. I got the Buc-ee's thermos. I'm drinking that coffee that I think my brother Sam sent me. Oh, I mentioned that in my unlisted video. Got the dry cracked hands. So I'm wearing the gloves, and let's see what we got here. Let's set the coffee in a place where I don't knock it over. Now I'm getting nervous, folks. There. Let's start off with somebody cool. Dave Dudley on Mercury, Greatest Hits Volume 2. Oh, he does Lonelyville, which I could do without, but Dave Dudley for $1. These dollars do add up, but oh my goodness, look at this cover. Webb Pierce. What a creepy fella. I'm gonna be a swinger. Hank Snow. Cover's a bit battered, but Hank Snow's Souvenirs. Stain. But got a little carried away. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten this one, but the record itself looks to be in good shape, and they're not putting out any more Hank Snow mono records these days, are there? And I like to get Hank Snow in the mono instead of the fake stereo. Here we have an artist that I always avoided because I thought he was a creepy looking guy, but I've started to come around to him. George Jones here on Star Day. There's that crew cut George. This is a pretty dinged up cover. Nice ring of filth, but there's the hidden treasure inside the glorious Star Day deep groove stuff here, and I think this one's gonna play nicely. I have not gotten around to it. Now, one of the things that Star Day did was they did a lot of recycling. So here we have George Jones. Look at that lack of planning there. The design. This has got the duophonic stereo. They like to recycle the photos. Look at what they did here. Fake stereo again, but in case you missed it. Cheapskates. I still love Star Day. Texas Texas Tyler. Really don't know much about that fella. Bonnie Owens, one-time wife of Merle Haggard, one-time wife of Buck Owens. This is her debut. It's her highest rated one on the AllMusic. Tex Ritter, waving goodbye. I'll leave the shrink on there for now. I like that. I've never been to a Music Land. I don't know if they're still around somewhere. These Diplomat Bargain records, country instrumentals, Lonesome Pine Fiddlers, Cowboy Copas, Herbie Remington, Chubby Wise. Nice mix of stuff there. Oh, more Tex Ritter. This shrink has been taped on, so I will not try to remove it, but these recorded performances have never been released before on phonograph records, but it says they're his greatest hits. So the songs might be his greatest hits, but the performances might not be the hits that you know. The telltale sign you got a bargain release. Looks fun. Tex Williams, Western Caravan. Sealed. Harlan Howard sings Harlan Howard. Never would have thought he looked like, looks like a college boy. Not quite as boyish as Bill Anderson. Fiddlin' Buck Ryan with Don Reno and Red Smiley. That could be fun. This looks like those as seen on TV ads, but just some early bargain label, or this is Rural Rhythm. That guy knows he's good. That's a confident face. How I Love Them Old Songs, Johnny Bond. There's young Johnny was here somewhere in this photo. I don't need to find it for you. I mean, if you really want to find out what Johnny Bond looked like on the cover of this, oh, there he is. Young Johnny Bond. Young Ricky Skaggs. His haircuts. I tell you, baldness would be a gift. Oh, this is on Rounder. Rounder and Flying Fish are fun labels, aren't they? Mule Skinner. It's got, I saw a name that jumped right out at me. David Grisman on there, so that could be fun. Cajun Country. So they put the decorative lady on the front, but when you look at this decorative lady up close, she's an unsettling woman. They had a song on here that stood out. They got I Get Hurt on Inside. I Get Hurt on Inside, right there. I Get Hurt on Inside. I don't know, I'm going to be interested to find out if it's I Get Hurt on the Inside or I Get Hurt Inside. I Hurt Inside. Just the wording sounds funny to me. But we got Country Sunday in Georgia with the Lewis family on the Canaan Records. And Canaan Records, the one from Dallas, Waco, Texas. Waco, Texas. Tombstone Every Mile. Dick Curlis is this is a tower, the budget stuff. But these poor truckers that would drive to their deaths, delivering things up in like the northeast. Sorry. Elite Hotel for $1. Good golly, who could resist? Now she does. Oh gosh. She does, where was it? Here, There, and Everywhere, side 2. So thank goodness she put the Beatles song at the beginning of the record side so you could skip over it. The last thing we need is another Beatles cover in this world. The Roy Clark Guitar Spectacular. Webb Pierce, Sands of Gold. This is a very clean 60s pressing. I went for this one. Buffalo Springfield, the best of. And I've never been big on this Neil Young fella, but for $1, I'll give it a listen for for anthropology. I don't know. The Kitty Wells Show, Decca, 1960s. Could be a lot of fun. If it's not, I didn't spend much on it. Tom T. Hall. There's a gathering of folks there on the back, all out there to see Tom T. Hall. Look at that one. That's a great cover right there. Webb showing off his material possessions. Already had a copy of this one, so this one's could check for an upgrade, could pass one along to a friend in need of Webb Pierce. That'd cheer you up. Look at that. He's got his pistols. So he'd be ready to go and drive in Dallas these days. He'd have the jump on everyone in the road rage game that we're playing on the freeways. You know, you can't give people the middle finger in Dallas, folks. If you ever come out here and get stuck in traffic, you're likely to get shot to death if you pull that move. Here we have the Terry Morris Pure Texas Fiddling. Exciting. He won some fiddling championships, and he autographed this record. Not for me, but he wrote, "Thanks a lot, Terry Morris." And interesting, he didn't even spell his whole name out. He's probably good. Kitty Wells in stereo. Find out what country church sounded like for the city lady. Anywhere USA with Buck Owens Buckaroos. Interesting. They got these ladies in like modern city clothes, and then they got the this is a Confederate soldier on the front. Did they have those in Bakersfield? Anywhere USA. Well, could be interesting. Look at this. What a treasure. Love this record. Now, this is not teeth marks. It's not evidence of critter chewing. There was a piece of tape on here that I thought I could gently remove, and didn't do it as successfully as I'd hoped. But overall, for $1, for crying out loud, I'm going to play the game. Is it a 6-eye or is it a 2-eye? What do you think, folks? I don't need the sound effect. I think I'm talking to a baby. Oh, it's a 2-eye. Yeah. Sorry you didn't win. No, that's 2-eyes still good, right? It's the second best. The second best Columbia had to offer. Here we have Buck Owens, again, for $1. The classic Buck Owens hairdo. One of my regrets in life was not being a country fan in the 2000s and seeing Buck Owens in concert. Not seeing Merle Haggard in concert. Not seeing Oscar Peterson in concert. Not seeing Leonard Cohen in concert. Not seeing Linda Ronstadt in concert. One of the things I am proud of in my life's decisions, if anyone had ever told me to pose for a photo like this, I would have said no. You know, I said, I don't care if the Capitol studio bosses and bigwigs are threatening to drop me from the record label. I'm not posing for that. There is nothing. This is fan club favorites, but if I was a Fair and Young fan club member, I would say no. I don't want these. Adorable. Perry Como wouldn't have done that. Gosh, and I don't want to get into hand grooming. Be one of these these beauty channels on YouTube, where you talk about manscaping. But my goodness, when you've got more hair on your hand than you have on your face, that's not a good juxtaposition. You should try wearing gloves or something. Disgusting. This looks fun. Curly Seckler sings again. I don't know who he is, but Curly, he's got the curly hair. He looks like he could have been one of the Three Stooges. All right, but not Curly. Tommy Overstreet. It's got this gold stamp. I can't remember why I bought this one. There's something I'm not really familiar with him, but there's something about him that thought, okay, that fellow would be worth picking up. Riders in the Sky, kind of like a novelty band. They're going to be playing in Arlington next month. If I like this, I think I might go and check them out live. They're getting to be old men. It's a fun little cover there. See, the theater looks like a radio. Custom artwork, pretty nice design. See, do they do any bangers on here? Cattle Call, Saddle Whiz, The Long Shot, So Long Saddle Pals. Ooh, I don't want to read that one. Oh, this one's interesting looking. My goodness gracious. I'm going faster than normal. Hesperus Crossing Over. So this is Mike Seeger and some folks. It's a fusion of medieval and Appalachian music on Green Haze Records. Medieval and Appalachian music combining together. That could be fun. Roy Clark Live. Oh my goodness. Reminds me of the time that I missed seeing Roy Clark and Ray Price at the Meyerson Theater. Another one of life's greatest regrets. What do we have here? South in My Soul, the Farr Brothers. This one I think was also taped. The shrink was taped on there, so I won't remove that for you. But looks like there they are, around 1950. Don't know anything about them, but they don't look like they sold out. Here we have Cowboy featuring Foy. Is it Willing or Willing? And the Riders of the Purple Sage. It's on Roulette. I didn't know that they made country western records. But there's that beautiful Roulette label before they went to that cheap, flimsy one with the orange. Could be fun. I do love that cover. Very glossy. That just feels American right there. Sturdy American cardboard. and then they borrowed the glossy covers from the Europeans. I love it when you have that perfect combination of sturdy American cardboard, glossy covers, plastic bag inner sleeve there. Fantastic presentation from Roulette Records. None of that floppy, flappy, splitty flap stuff from Great Britain. When we put our minds to it, American exceptionalism, it does work out in our favor. But then here we are back to the good old paper sleeve. I like the pictures on them, but my goodness gracious, they do make dust and scratches, minor surface abrasions. Mr. Guitar, Chet Atkins. Chet Atkins for $1, why not, right? He does the alternate album covers, doesn't he? We have here Mountain Folk Song Concert Bluegrass Style, the sensational Stanley Brothers, but then you find out there's other people on this as well. It's a real collector's item, recorded in Nashville, Tennessee, so it does have the Stanley Brothers on picking the 5-string, but then we have Hank Varney, Jack Campbell, Hank Varney, Bob Miller, Clifton Henson, Carl Story, Roy Smiley and Red Barnes, Lowell Simpson, Jimmy and Wayne Sanders, Horton Brothers, Sweetheart of Mine by Clifton Henson. So this is really a Clifton Henson record, isn't it? They lure you in with the Stanley Brothers. And I'm ignorant enough. Is Horton Brothers, is that Johnny Horton with a brother? I don't know. Here's a Wanda Jackson Pickwick. Got the big hair there. Don't know when those were recorded. Here's some up-and-coming singer named Bob Daniels singing the songs of Stuart Hamblin, the gospel stuff, and then Stuart's sitting in the studio going, my goodness, this guy's knocking my socks off. Immortal Treasures. They say the perfect blend of the greatest composer of gospel songs of the mid-20th century and the brilliant singing star Bob Daniels. I don't like it when they call gospel singers stars, because that gets the ego involved, and they're likely to have a crisis of faith, or let worldly thoughts and desires spoil their ministry. Here we have the Best of Cowboy Copas. Now it's on Star Day, but you can see it's not the super fun Star Day label. And if I remember correctly, yep, I believe we got fake stereo here, folks. Sons of the Pioneers. This is taped on. We've got Genuine Dillard and Clark, looking like a tobacco baggie. Hank Thompson's Dance Ranch. It just looks goofy there, but it'll be fun. This is that early Solid label. And that does look like a literal roast right there. It looks like someone's taken a flame to that, but I'm looking forward to it, see if it stands out. Yeah, I'd give this a try. It does look like a staged photo. I don't think they stumbled across a large table in the little clearing in the woods, but people say that's not their best. The Statesman Out West, so gospel barbershop or something, gospel quartet music. What else do we have here? Oh, Sons of the Pioneers gospel album. This is, again, I tried removing that. That's taped in there. Gonna have to do some work maybe with my X-Acto blade. Hank Thompson, 6-pack to go. Getting near the end of this party. Tex Ritter, brought to you by Kmart. Somebody was paying $5.88. It's got the shrink, but I'm gonna keep that there for the Kmart label. Haven't been in the Kmart in years. We've got I Heard a Forest Praying, Elton Britt. I think he does Rocky Top on this though. I Heard a Forest Praying. Sorry, I know I do that thing where I forget about you and I start looking over this. The Osborne brothers. This is pretty exciting to see that this fella no longer had that stupid goatee by the time they recorded this. So he did develop some wisdom in his later years. I had showed some Sons of the Pioneers from this collection before. This is number 9, number 7, Outlaw Records. It has that, it's pointed out by Headley at another Fat Bearded Man's channel, with that style there in the like the Bob Wills transcription records. Not as exciting, those covers. Star Day, the Lewis Family. The Pentecost. So is that going to be like a, look at that. It's the yellow label with the logo. I do think that is a pretty logo, a pretty label. But anyway, are they going to get full-blown Pentecostal on us here with they are keeping those sleeves covered, aren't they, those ladies? They might be going Pentecostal style. And here we'll start to wrap up this show. This is the last item. I was happy to see this. Sad to find out that side 3 is really badly scratched. But I do have a set of this that had a box that needed to go in the trash. So at the very least, I got an imperfect box, but I could glue that and it'll hold together, and I'd have an upgrade. Now this is for those of you that want to get deep in the weeds with me here. The plain United Artists label. The other copies of this album I've come across have that colorful label. I don't know which came first. I didn't know that there was a difference until I saw this one. But that's the end of this party. At this time for reals, I think I'll wind down and call it a night. I'm not sure when I'll post this video, but I had a pretty good time making it. Hope you had a good time watching it, and by all means come back again, because I've got a whole bunch more records that I feel obligated to show you folks, or at least not show you, give them the respect of showing them to the world. Oh, you can watch something over there if you so desire.